Since the passage of the Affordable Care Act years ago during President Obama's term, almost 31 million people have benefited from affordable health insurance. From this, we can see that the Affordable Care Act and other government healthcare programs have had a significant impact on the American people. Now, with the new Republican president and Republican Congress, many people are wondering how healthcare change. For example, according to an article published by the New York Times on December 1st, 2016, almost 45% of Americans are concerned about the future of healthcare, while 50% are happy about what will come next, while 5% choose to abstain. From this, we can see that there's much mystery about how healthcare will change, and many people are asking the same question: what will be the future of healthcare in the United States? And as I will explain in my speech, the answer is clearly that healthcare will be deregulated, and we will look at this in three aspects. Firstly, through the repealing of the Affordable Care Act. Secondly, through the prices of specialty drugs. And thirdly, through the labor unions of healthcare companies. Moving on to my first area of analysis, where we will discuss how the Affordable Care Act is most likely to get repealed very soon. According to an article pushed by CNN on January 21st, 2017, just on his first day in office, President Trump signed an executive order mandating that the executive branch do whatever in its power to mitigate the effects of the Affordable Care Act. This means that the president is already taking initiative to lessen the power of the Affordable Care Act, thereby making healthcare less regulated. As with less government programs, private companies will have more power and to compete amongst themselves. Furthermore, not only has the president done action, but the Congress has already started debating on the Affordable Care Act. For example, according to an article published again by CNN on January 13th, 2017, the Congress has already passed legislation that eliminates many of the major provisions of the Affordable Care Act. From this, you can see that it is most likely the Affordable Care Act will not stay, and that the 31 million people that receive health insurance will likely have to find some other place to get it, as they will no longer receive free mandated government health insurance anymore. Moving on to my second area of analysis, where I discuss how there will be deregulation in regards to specialty drug prices. According to an article published by Reuters on January 20th, 2017, Congress has already passed legislation that takes away regulations during Obama's term that would have limited the profits of drug companies. These regulations were meant to reduce the price of specialty drugs by forcing these companies to lessen their prices in order to lessen their profits. But now, with this legislation repealed, companies are free to set any price they desire for their drugs, meaning that prices could be as high or as low as the market demands. This means that the market will be based more on principles of supply and demand and on competition between different companies rather than the regulations of the government. Furthermore, it is possible that because there is little regulation on specialty drugs, when a new drug comes out, a company may choose to jack up the price on consumers in order to make the most profit and create a monopoly. This will have a negative impact on consumers, but in the end, the price of it may fall as over time more and more companies adopt that drug. Furthermore, not only has Congress debated about specialty drugs, but the U.S. Supreme Court, but the U.S. Supreme Court judge elected by President Trump has made his own statements about specialty drugs, stating that he personally desires to ensure that specialty drugs follow the market conditions rather than the whims of the government. From this, we can see that two different branches of the government, the legislative branch and the judicial branch, both believe in deregulation of specialty drugs. So it is clear that is the future of healthcare. Moving on to my third area of analysis, where I discuss how this will have a major impact on labor unions for healthcare companies. According to an article published by CNN on January 2nd, 2017, Congress has just passed legislation with its Republican majority that limits the power of labor unions in healthcare companies. This means that the wealthy investors and the CEOs will have more power over the employees, and will be able to instill their will upon their employees and upon the consumers without the oversight of the government. In this, we can see that they can change the wages of their employees very easily, and they can change the prices of their products very easily. As a result, this will have a major impact on the market as the wealthy investors gain more and more power over their employees. In conclusion, we can see that the future of healthcare in the United States will drastically be deregulated, and we can see this in three aspects. Firstly, through the repealing of the Affordable Care Act. Secondly, through the deregulation of specialty drug prices, causing companies to have more freedom whether they want to increase or decrease the prices of the new drugs. And thirdly, we can see how this will have a significant impact on labor unions. So while 31 million people will lose the ability to have government health insurance, we should look at this through another light and realize that while this is a negative thing, we should see how the tide flows and whether this will benefit America or harm its economy and its people. Thank you.